Which one do I do? Dad, get the song.
I got you, yeah.
So that's another
What are you guys doing?
Sometimes they're stuck for another half hour.
Jimmy's throwing the switches, huh? The operations are by volunteer.
Now still part of the president was from Cape May.
Oh, it's even on the freight train.
And then you go like that, but it really good. On Facebook.
Oh yeah, because we all.
Operation, right? Is this Lackawanna
That's to
Trail?
keep the motormen honest. When they used to take real money on the
Glad to have you
cars.
aboard with us.
Yeah.
And this
People
group
get used
is,
to it. Nickel.
are you Lackawanna Trail also?
No,
That's
that's
a
a group going
Right, company.
We're a group of our own.
Okay.
Nickels you took, so you
Very
could
good.
take half of them home
So
yourself.
it's a 10-mile round trip, and along the way we'll point out some of the interesting things you're going to see. There's an old abandoned coal mine. We'll go by. We'll tell you a little bit about it. A 3-story waterfall. We'll go through a mile-long tunnel. 2.5 miles of woods. The ride ends up at the baseball stadium. That's where we'll stop and turn around. And the whole trip's about 45, 50 minutes. So we're waiting for our motorman, and then we're going to... Well, everybody, if you're ready, we're going to give our motorman 2 bells. And that means get the trolley ahead. Now, this car is 96 years old.
I'm new to here, but I was working here.
Way back
Planning when we were planning. I put over at our operator.
Here we go.
Welcome back.
Oh,
I'm first ride.
super trained. Don't tell anybody.
About the same length as Sharon Hill down there. Sharon Hill, about 5 miles out. It's the high-speed line.
They have the walkway closed. There's people up there.
Maybe it stops before the ramp. See, the problem is they didn't like anybody on the ramp in snowy weather.
Unless it's over there. Down over.
Red eyes.
Hey Dan. Good. How are you guys doing? Good.
We'll do the same. I'll get on the back.
They But San Francisco, the trolley mama dyan. नीचे उतरे हाथ कर
I want to see what you're stopping.
Before and I almost forgot to pick Jimmy up.
I was looking at that.
I didn't go all the way too fast.
Well, everybody, the building on your right was original to Lackawanna Railroad. They built the locomotives here in Scranton up until 1950. Then it became an Army ammunition plant. It still is today. So you'll notice all the security here, barbed wire, razor wire. They make the big shells for the military bases. How many of you guys lost power? Did you get it back yet? Yeah, I live up that way too. On the Lackawanna County side. It was, we lost power for about an hour. I got one. All that snow. Oh yeah.
Up here somewhere. That's why electric trucks were here. I was just saying, you guys need to
Uncle Jim, don't send me the video because it's messing with him. Sorry. Sorry.
And then we'll run for Santa Claus Thanksgiving. This is the normal. Well, no, actually, there's only 2 sets. Yeah, they're just the first.
Okay.
That's the reason. Yes. Yeah, this is their playtime. Here you go, on the phone. Yeah. You're gonna get a much better view of it. working anthracite coal mine. This is where the
Coal
man
mine
used
to
to
entrance.
That's
Coal
where
mine.
it's
right there.
It closed in 1900. And the railroad we're traveling on, the water line built here in 1903. Last operating coal mine closed here in 1967. Today that's the Lackawanna County Coal Mine. That's my education.
Oh, yeah. I got it.
This didn't even exist then.
Let's go sneak in here for a second.
Yeah, there's no
Best part.
railroad whatsoever. Now, the trolley would run the whole city.
Look, right there.
Got a bit of water coming over it today.
On your left, a beautiful view. This is the gorge area of Scranton, and that's the step falls. We're going to hold up there for a second. We'll give you guys a chance to grab a picture. Ayoc Park is up above that waterfall. That brand new bridge up above us in the foreground, that's Harrison Avenue Bridge. It's a new span that just opened 3-4 years ago. So again, this is called the gorge area of the city. Right in front of us, our tunnel. A mile long, 117 years old this year, and runs directly under Crown Avenue. So if you guys are ready, here we go. To the tunnel. Well, provide rail service here on Sundays. Their 1 o'clock game is always our 12 o'clock trip. And if you'd like to follow me, you can come on in here. Everybody a chance to come in. So these cars, of course, are all different than what you saw in the museum. About 26, 27 cars in this entire collection. This is a place where we do our repairing, restoring. The cars we've run, there's 2, the one that you're on, and the other car, I'll show you that in a moment. This is where they do the maintenance on them also. We begin our day here, and we end our day here. So that's why you saw us coming down to pick you guys up. This is where actually our starting point in the morning. But of all the cars we have, only 2 run. Trolley car 76. Again, it's 96 years old. It was built in 1926. And the only operating car we have is the red car all the way against the wall. Trolley car 80. That was built 1931. So there's 5 years difference. It was actually built to replace the car you're on. You notice, even though you only see a little bit of that car, you load from the ends of it rather than the middle. That car was built for 1 man to do everything the car you're riding on. It actually is a 2-man car. The conductor would be right in the middle where I open the doors and that control stand is, and he'd greet the passengers and collect your fares, and the motorman operated the car. That one came out during the height of the Depression in 1931 to replace the center door style. Much faster. 1 person did it all. He was the motorman and he was the conductor. So kind of typical of what you have today with buses. And that car, we switched them out from time to time and operate them. The rest of the collection in here is just various cars from Philadelphia that are under different stages of being restored. Yeah, that's a sweep. If that part you see in the front at its angle underneath will have brooms on it, bamboo brooms. They'd send that out before, right after a snowstorm to clean the rails, so that the flanges could go through and the cars could keep running even in a big snowstorm. They'd send the sweepers out. Yep. So we're going to have that operation. I can't say when yet, but we are. I'm going to ask you guys to come in this next room. You're going to come by a couple of punch charts you're going to see in this display cabinet. And the reason that we punch tickets is because all the punches are different. No two are the same. Actually, it's fingerprint, the conductors. This is the way that the railroads would know who punched which ticket. So the punch I used on your tickets is unique. It's of its own. It's 96 years old, has its own history. Former conductor retired with that punch. He could donate it to the organization to keep using, so we still use it in service. But that's the reason why conductors punch tickets on railroads. And you know what? It's actually not on that one. Yeah, there's so many of these punch charts. These are just 2 examples. But that one isn't on this one. It's actually on a different one. That's how the train master would open it up, and he could verify if there were any issues with it at his desk to see who punched which ticket. Come on in here.
Shows you
Where they work
on your ticket. See what he said? He said each conductor has their own punch.
Thank you. This is the entire 5 miles that we just traveled. So, kind of like the idea here, we'll squeeze everybody in, come on in, was to give you a little idea. You might have been thinking, well, what did we actually just travel over? Well, this is our model railroad type of what we did travel. Left is where we started at Steamtown, and then we went through the tunnel, and all the way out through the woods, and here we are at our destination. That's the entire 5 miles. This is our 21st year we're running the Electric City Trolley. It started for one simple reason. Scranton was the first city in the United States to successfully run an electric streetcar system. They were actually given credit for the invention of the trolley car in 1886, and that is why the city's called the Electric City. So if you're wondering why is Scranton the Electric City, just think of the trolley car and you have the answer. So you'll be on Jeopardy someday. That'll be the first one that they'll be asking. Scranton trivia, yep. So you'll definitely get that one right. And then it just shows the phases that we went when we started in 2001 till we finally got here. We had to go in phases as the money was coming in and we were able to expand the track, put up the overhead wire. And finally, picking a destination was pretty simple because of the baseball stadium. This is the way everybody used to go to baseball games back in the old days. Nobody owned an automobile. It wasn't invented yet. You walked or you took the trolley car. And all the trolley parks or all the baseball stadiums, I should say, were built on trolley lines, helped financed by trolley companies so they could take people to and from the ballparks. The cars never were idle or on weekends and evenings. They were always being used. Baseball and trolleys are forever linked in history. And actually, the trolley systems in America built the sport into our national pastime. So we honor that on Sundays. We do a special baseball excursion. Every Sunday that the riders are home, the 1 o'clock trip is always our 12 o'clock trip. So this summer, if you're looking to do something interesting and different, come on out to the ball game. We do have a lot of fun with that. And just a little baseball trivia. If you didn't know this, and of course everybody knows the name of this team, I'm going to tell you, the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's a really unique, interesting nickname in sports. Their real home was in Brooklyn, New York, and their true name were the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers. You just simply dropped the trolley off the Dodgers when they moved to LA, because you see back in Brooklyn, you'd have 2 and 3 tracks running right through the middle of the street, just crossing from one side of the road to the other. You were affectionately called a trolley dodger because you were dodging trolley cars. So that's where that very famous sports nickname came from. Yep. So thank you very much for sharing your time with us this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. And now the fun part comes. You get to get bored, and we're going to head back again. So go through the tunnel. So thank you again, and all aboard. So many locks up there. They've changed the locks, buildings. So yeah, just remember to have to go. Okay? Thank you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Just Jimmy's little talk in there about the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh, you do? Oh, good. Yeah.
These trolleys, you get riding on 69th Street. They actually went to Westchester and Ardmore, Shenandoah, and Beaver. In the later years, they discontinued the Westchester line and the Beaver line. So the Shenandoah and Beaver were going to one line. I lived in Shenandoah. Your ages, I rode the Shenandoah. My mother used to take me on the Shenandoah trolley. When I was 21, I got a job doing it. Retired, over 40
Does your body is rising?
Thank you.